update here. Today is Thursday, June 8th, I think it is. And I just finished work, and Rick's been working on my bike all day. Poor guy, put him through hell, I swear. But he loves me anyways. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Well, what he's doing. He is working on my bike. I got it back from the rock. They said that there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. So what he is doing for me is putting on the turn signal relocation kit so that I can get my saddlebags installed. So first off, this was really easy. This is a tank bra. Basically, it just goes underneath, and there's a strap that goes over top and under, and it just hooks under here. So that's pretty simple. This is not so simple. Now, first off, I want to say that the version of my bike is Canadian. So the instructions that you get from Harley are for American bikes. Now, what I mean by that is this brake light, basically, does not come on American bikes. They, for whatever reason, they stopped doing this. So the instructions I'm going to be showing you here are completely different than what you would see on any American bike that doesn't have one of these.
American and Canadian version.
Yeah, American and Canadian version. So basically, what he had to do first is take off the turn signals from here.
Had to rip the whole thing apart.
So we had to take off. See, originally they were sitting right about, what, here? Coming straight out?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, come straight out from there. And for the saddlebags, it was right in the way. So you had to take this part off. And there's a cover that this goes right over the frame. So that just pops right off. And there was, what, 2 bolts? One on each side?
No. One bolt, the other one's the wire.
Oh, okay. So, and then the turn signal just sits right on here. So you have to pull the wires out. Now, what Harley tells you to do is to cut the cables.
Americans gotta cut it up here.
Yeah.
There's your right turn signal, left turn signal. American version, they gotta cut it here. Canadian version, you cut it down here.
Yeah, they go underneath the fender right here. So, I'll give you a quick view. He's not done by any stretch of the imagination.
Saddlebags on.
Yeah, so, but he had to reroute and rewire. What the kit gives you are these things right here.
Oh, I hate those things.
And these are, you know, they crimp and you're supposed to shrink wrap them. Those don't really work too well.
I went to crimp it, snapped right in half.
Yeah, so.
And I wasn't crimping very hard.
And a little trick here on these things right here.
Loosen your shock.
Loosen your shock.
Get a real jack lift.
Real jack lift really helps. But right in here, instead of disconnecting your battery, just pull your main fuse. On this particular model, it is a 40 amp blade fuse.
Yeah. It's the main fuse for everything.
Yep. Just comes right out of here. So instead of going through and trying to disconnect your battery, and
that's a pain in the butt.
So that's kind of where that's sitting at there, and it just normally just connects right up here.
Yeah, that's just Velcro.
Velcro. So what he's done is he's, instead of cutting it up here like Harley does on the American
version,
he just rerouted the cables through here and into this box that is in this tail light.
Oh, the wires are going through the bar. There's a wiring loom, wiring hole up, and there's your right turn signal, left turn signal, tail light, running light. That I'm not sure what that.
Now, I believe the instructions told you that the wiring is different colors for left and right.
They were the same.
They're the exact same.
They're
both purple. I think the instructions say one's red, one's brown. They're both purple.
One's supposed to be brown and black for the right, and violet and black for left. But those are both violet on that one.
Yeah.
Like the hot wire was both violet.
So he just, on this particular model, he took off the license plate bracket, ran the wires up through this bar here, back and put the exact OEM bullet turn signals back on. The cables are just going through here, and they're just routed out underneath the fender and through.
I actually like it the way they do it in Canadian. It's a lot easier. Still pain, but it's a lot easier. Got your little PCB back there.
Now this particular kit cost me, with my hog discount, $130 for the parts. I inquired about having Harley install it for me since it was already at the dealership. They wanted an additional $300 for what they said was going to be 3 hours worth of work.
I charge more. You're screwed, girl. I charge more.
I'm married to you, so it doesn't count.
Oh, so it's null and void. Eh?
So, but that's still going to be working on. The license plates goes back on here, and everything just kind of bolts back up. Other than just rewiring underneath the fender for the other cable.
I'm putting the waterproof tape that sticks to itself.
Mm-hmm.
I got it on the left wire, I got it on the right wire, and then I can button everything up. You do not want water to get in there.
Oh God, no. So I'll give you
on your wires.
just a visual of what the cables look like underneath. And this is what I was talking about. Just it's where he had to take this off, the cover for the frame.
It's just a cover.
And
make it look prettier.
Make it look pretty. After that, he's going to put on my saddlebags and button everything back up. So until then, I'll give another update then. Alright, he's buttoned everything back up. We've got the taillight put back on. Again, this is the Canadian version. I don't think that's available in the United States.
No. A lot of the guys that got Harleys in the States are complaining. They want the old style light back.
But anyways, got the taillight back on, tested the lights, they work, there's no issues there. Got everything bolted back up, got my license plate back up. I wanted to point something out that I didn't do earlier. What you're looking at is the motorcycle lift that I bought Rick. It was a Tauren Big Red that I purchased at the Tractor Supply store for I believe it was
It's the same as Harbor Freight in the States.
Yeah, same as Harbor Freight in the States, but it was about $165 Canadian at the Tractor Supply store. But I wanted to point something out here. How it's sitting here on the frame.
That's the only way I could do it.
Yeah. He had to block up the Jeffy stand, or kickstand, whatever you call it. And it's sitting as it is right here in the back.
Pretty close to those brake lines.
Yeah, very close to your brake line. So if you guys decide to purchase one of these and do this on your own, be careful. Note where your brake lines are, and it's sitting in there. The reason it has to sit this particular way is that it wouldn't fit more forward on the frame.
Kickstand, Jiffy stand.
Yeah, because of the kickstand on this side. But when you put it over on this side, it sits on the crossover tube for the exhaust.
Yeah, there's no other way about that.
Yeah. So if you do this, please note what you're doing. This is a two-person job to jack one of these up. I would not recommend doing this by yourself. But again, it's a Tauren Big Red. It's a 1,500 pound motorcycle ATV jack. That's American pounds, not British pounds.
Oh, you're smart.
Oh, I'm being smart ass, I know.
Smart ass.
Yeah, so he's got that all buttoned up. We're going to start putting things together, but I also wanted to show you, these are the saddlebags that I purchased. They're Saddleman cruiser bags. These cost me about $230 Canadian from Fortnine. They're nice big capacity. This is considered the large saddlebag. They come in two sizes. It's large and jumbo. For my particular bike, I went with the large because I don't think I need anything bigger. And these are actual throwover bags. These have locking pins on the inside. It's nice big capacity. Right, big capacity. It's got Velcro, and it's got locks on the outside here as well as on both sides. It has little pouches for like your phone and your glasses and whatnot. Now I opted to go with Saddleman because they are more generic. The Harley Davidson equivalents that I would have paid, the equivalents for that were about, I don't know, $600 Canadian, not including any docking hardware. And up. Not including any docking hardware and the turn signal relocation kit, which they don't tell you off the bat that you need. Even with Harley, with those particular ones, you still have to relocate your turn signal kit. Now what he's putting on right now is the mounting hardware for the Saddleman. Now that is actually sold separate by itself, and it was an extra $50 from Fortnine. But it bolts right up.
Is this gonna fit?
To the fender. Ooh. This is the one for Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and let him install that, and he'll get out of his way, and I'll show another update later. While he's got the one side on, this is what it looks like when it's installed. Now, it's just a standard saddlebag bracket, basically, but is this the original OEM or is this supplied by Saddleman? This one here.
That's OEM.
This one's OEM.
Use OEM.
And this one is the one supplied by Saddleman. This is what they give you in the kit. But he only opted to use that one. And right in here is how it's connected through the fender, through the frame. Now, you used Loctite on this.
Yeah, you got this Loctite.
Yeah.
Gotta.
Yeah. So this is what the bag will sit on top of here. And so I got throwover bags, so they will get secured other ways as well. But he only has one side on, but I wanted to give you an update of what it looks like when it's actually installed. Well, I'm going to finish off this video and basically show you the finished product. Rick was able to get on my bags. Didn't exactly go the way I expected it to, and neither did him. But basically what he had to do is he had to hard mount it. The throwover section just does not fit a Sportster fender, just wouldn't do it. And I don't have a full seat to put this under either. So what he did, he hard mounted it to the frame. Basically, it took about 3 days to figure out how to get this particular bolt in properly, because I guess there's a flaw with Sportster fenders that as soon as you take the stock bolts out, they warp. That's what happened here, and fights and everything else ensued. Obviously, you didn't get footage of that, and I'm not going to show you that. But anyways, he did get it on. It took about 3 days. Thank you, Mike and Johnny, for helping with that. He hard mounted it here. It's tied down to the frame as well, and everything is working properly. So, a big thank you to Rick for doing this, and my bike is ready to go. So, that's what that particular video is. If you like what I'm doing here, please, give me a thumbs up, like them, share them. If you watch these videos but you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. We can go from there. So I'll talk to you then. Have a good day.